Right, album is out. Oh, I've got me. They came this morning. Fantastic. Let's go. So people were like, "Oh, straightest album. Where? Why was I even slightly questioning false information?" Okay. So I've read like the first and the second one of these. Cute little bits, it's basically just cute, Yeah, so love the album. We love it. Don't know how you feel. Let me know. Overall, I'm going to give you like my little opinion. I think very obviously within the marketing and the album in general, it's supposed to be a retrospective album. With, the use with the journals, and then in the album she references high school a lot. She's using it as like a metaphor, a microcosm for American society. English class doing me well with my words. But also a lot of callbacks to previous songs, previous albums, which we'll get into when we do the song analysis. Sorry, I just keep looking at them. That's just pretty, And in general, like, I feel like the songs are all very different. They don't really flow together, if you know what I mean. Like before with albums, you've been like, oh yeah, woo, they sort of all go together. But I feel like this is very sort of jumbled in terms of, sort of like sound and story. So I think it all comes, I think all the songs are based on different experiences, different people, different things. So I don't think it's about any one thing. So obviously we'll get into that, but yeah. So I think that's interesting, especially with the 13 years of Taylor. So I think it's like a looking back, these are my experiences, and I'm, just retrospective. That's, yeah. See, I had this opinion, and then I saw other people saying it, and now people, because I'm doing this video, like, people are going to think that I'm stealing it. I'm not, I promise. So before we get completely into the album, a few bits before the album came out. So obviously she had the like live stream thing, where she spoke a bit about the album and Stella McCartney collab, which some of it's nice. My finger's hurting. I get this thing called vlog finger, and like it hurts. You see that damage? She begins to talk about the Lover music video, which came out after that. Actually, before it ended, because when I went on the premiere, it was halfway through, and I was like, thanks. Yeah. So she explains that the video was based upon, well, inspired by the line from You're in Love. We're dancing in a snow globe round and round, which made me audibly gasp because, that's believed to be a Kayla song. And to have a music video based on a song from 2014, which is supposedly about your new boyfriend, which is a bit interesting to me and to others. Music video, stunning, beautiful. Male interest, love interest, but he was one of her tour dancers, and he's black, which has never happened in Taylor's videos before, so that was very good. It was good. I like that. Diversity, representation. Yeah. So the music video, you've got, your dollhouse, but you're also in a snow globe. Taylor explained on Tumblr that, she sort of agreed with a theory that someone made where it's like, about the fishbowl theory, people always looking in, looking into your relationship, but that person jumping in and willing to be in that relationship with you, regardless of what comes with it. But obviously all the rooms were different colours, rainbow coloured, but also apparently they're meant to represent each album, but still imagery. And then you've got when she climbs up to the roof to watch like the videos, the roof, attic, whatever, she goes through the closet, and that's not the first time she's used that imagery on tour with I Know Places. Things, just a lot of imagery again. and we know she doesn't do anything by accident. Also from the live stream came the behind the scenes of the album photo shoot. Tell me why there's daisies everywhere. Why is she doing this? And then she even puts the daisies over the eye, which is supposedly the Carly eye situation, if you want to believe that. I've had enough of it. She knows. She must know what it means. She knows. You can't tell me it's a coincidence. It's too much of it. It's too much. It's stressing me out. It's stressing me out. And also one of the posters is Daisy over the eye. You know it's going on the wall, loves. You know it is. Well, all of them are going on the wall, obviously, but got to find space first. But, you know, representing. Let me just get this out so I can show you. I'm not messing around. I'm not. Oh, also in the music video, you know the whole orange girl thing, and from You Need to Calm Down video, and then you've got like the piled oranges and just oranges everywhere. There's more oranges in the Lover video, and she has earrings and it's like stacked oranges like you see in the back. What does it mean? I've had enough. Like, I just don't understand. So why have I got to look at everything? I've got to look at everything. It's a full-time job. Album song analysis. Okay, so track 1, I Forgot You Existed. It's clearly a follow-on and a goodbye to Reputation, as Taylor said. It's like the last bitterness from Reputation, and then we're gonna get love, you know? And the love flows throughout the album. What the fuck am I talking about? Yeah, so people have speculated it could be about Calvin Harris, or, you know, Kanye West, or just anyone that has done her wrong. Several people. But yeah, the people that are trying to say it's about Carly, no, she said it's not. Well, she didn't say it's not, but like, it's not. I thought that you existed, but like, in my opinion, it's not the strongest album opener. See, this is half review, half telling you what's going on. So, love it, fun, pop it on, but probably not a fave, you know, and yeah, not the strongest album opener, that's my opinion. Oh, my finger again. Right, Cruel Summer, hello. Hello, banger, right. So what we want to say about this, I think very much a bearding song, and, you know, it being hard, having to juggle the bearding whilst also being with your gal. So she says, boy toy, something paid for. I can't remember. Look, it's only just come out, so I know the lyrics yet, leave me alone. So she's referring to her boys as toys again, as she did in Reputation. So like, they're toys to her, like, they don't mean anything to her, you know. And then it's just, you know, cool summer, yeah, fun. So the bridge is the most important part, in my opinion. She's obviously talking about how, like, the relationship is cruel, like, it's hard, you know, yeah. But the bridge is the most important part, where she's talking about, I don't want to keep secrets just to keep you. And then she's saying, sneaking through the garden gate all summer or whatever. Well, there's several instances where there's pictures and stuff of Taylor and Carly, or just Taylor, coming in and out of Carly's apartment's gate, or summer of 2016, or I can't remember what year it was, but I think it was 2016. So yeah. Yeah, so generally the whole song is about, you know, trying to juggle, I think. And just like thinking, like, is it worth it? I want to be with my gal. Lover, we've already spoken about briefly. Well, we've spoken about Lover, so I don't really need to. The Man. Mwah! Yes! What a tune, bitch. What a tune. Like, so that's all talking about, like, double standards, sexism and all that. But like what she could do, if she was a man, what would be different about her career. But I like how she says, talk about getting bitches and models. Who's a model? Don't know. The Archer we spoke about, I think he knows, probably my least favourite on the album, and not because it's one of the straightest, but I just, like, I don't really like it, like, sonically. Like, I think I like it a little bit, but it's not fave, do you know what I mean? Like, I'll still listen to it, still pop it on, but it's not fave. It's not fave, do you know what I mean? Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince, right. So, I think this is one of those that has, like, a double meaning. So, obviously, you've got the political element, where it's using high school as a metaphor for, you know, the political climate in America right now. She's talking about how the world's going to shit, basically, and how, like, she didn't really do enough, and how her world was falling apart in 2016 and stuff like that. But also, a lot of people pointed out that it could also be that, like, the fear of coming out in this political climate, and just, like, just in general, like, people knowing about it and just, like, being scared, which, very plausible, you don't know. But yeah, tune, very Lana Del Rey. That's the thing with this album, I think a lot of the songs are very, like, reminiscent of other artists, and not in, like, a bad way. Like, just a lot of them remind me of, like, other artists, and I think that's interesting. Yeah. I think, like, she's taken a lot of creative risks on a lot of the songs. Like, a lot of them are very different. And I like that, because she's always constantly trying to, like, try something new. And that's very good advice, because if you stay the same and you don't change yourself, you get bored. Like, it's boring. You want to explore. You want to move further with your sound. Why am I becoming a music person? Let's stop. Okay. Paper Rings. At first, I was like, what the fuck? And then the second listen, I was like, let's fucking go. Can you imagine how fun that's going to be live? Don't even get me started. So it's all talking about, like, I'd marry you right now. With Paper Rings, you know? Get married then if you love him. What's stopping you? She's, like, she talks so much about it being hard and stuff. And, like, yeah, I guess it would be, like, it's hard having a relationship in the public eye, of course. But, like, at the end of the day, if it is a straight relationship, like, with a white couple, it's not hard. Like, yeah, there will be challenges. Like, obviously, being, like, famous, that brings extra, like, challenges and hardship to it. But it's not that hard, like, for you to write this many songs about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're so private as it is anyway. If you, like, no one really gives a shit. Do you know what I mean? But Paper Rings, cute, love it. Also, obviously, if you believe in the whole, like, Carly and Taylor engagement thing, then obviously, yeah. Yeah. Cornelia Street. Cornelia Street is one of the most obvious songs on the album that is about Carly or Kayla in general. And it's not even just, like, people that believe saying that. There's been articles about it talking about a friendship breakup, or just in general, like, pairing them together and talking about Kayla. So it's, once again, it's not just, like, us picking up on it. Do you know what I mean? Like, the world knows. So Cornelia Street, Taylor in 2016 rented, if it's the New York Cornelia Street, which it most likely is about, she rented a carriage house in Cornelia Street in New York, when her Tribeca apartment was getting renovated. Her and Carly were seen sneaking in and out of there all the time. They were there together all the time. Carly was seen with Taylor's bodyguard around there, and then sneaking into the house. Very much a lot of Carly and Taylor's time was spent there. Taylor said that the song's all about, like, memories and nostalgia taking place on that street. And if Carly and Taylor spent so much time, then that's obviously memories there. The thing was that I'm mystified by how the city screams your name. Carly's a model. She's everywhere in New York. Like, literally, on Times Square. They were both on Times Square not that long ago. Like, literally, she's, like, one of the biggest models in the world. Like, she's everywhere. Like, do you know what I mean? She talks about kitchen, like, she's like barefoot in the kitchen, new beginnings. When, well, Carly and Taylor, like, first interacted talking about wanting to bake and going, and there's that obviously tweet where Carly's like, your kitchen or mine. And, you know, they always used to bake together and stuff, so that's just a little thing, you know. Yeah. Death by a Thousand Cuts, supposedly based on the film Someone Great from Netflix, which she mentioned a lot when she was on Ellen, and she's mentioned the film a lot, and we spoke about it before. The album was supposedly finished in February? and then the film came out in April. So some people are like, what is she talking about? That couldn't happen. But she also said that it's finished, but she can add stuff to it. And the fact that she talked about it so much in promo, I think easily could have added it, like, fine. Do you know what I mean? But I also think it's one of those that probably has a double meaning, because there was this really good post. Once again, I don't know if I should say the name of the person, but I'm gonna post it anyway, because like, I know I should probably ask, but literally I've said this before, but like, I'm just really shy, and like, rejection scares me. So if they said no, I'd be like, I'm really sorry. So I'm just gonna post it anyway. I mean, they put it in the code tag, so it's public anyway. Do you know what I mean? But they're saying how it's not necessarily a breakup song. It's how I'll put it here, and you can read it for yourself. London Boy, the song everyone was frightened, well, not frightened of, but just a bit like, I was like, how am I going to explain that away? Fine. To me, and to a lot of people, it seems very satirical. I can't take it seriously at all. It's cringe, but also a massive fucking banger. Let's go, bitch. Oh my god, what a tune. Right, so the song begins with a sample from Idris Elba talking about going for a ride on scooter. Okay, so in my opinion, this song is all about well, and a lot of people's opinions, talking about like taking the piss out of how all of her past beards have have been from London or England or whatever. Because a lot of the stuff she talks about in the song is very surface level. What the fuck are you talking about? English stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you've been with this guy for 3 years or whatever, and she's been to London several times because of past beards and work, obviously, you don't want to go and watch rugby in a pub on a Sunday in general. Do you know how packed it is? Do you know how packed it is? It's not fun. So, what, she may enjoy packed pubs, I don't know, but like, honestly, it's not an enjoyable experience. Do you know what I mean? Especially with a bunch of drunk English people, it's not fun. Men are scary as it is, let alone drunk men. Talking about Highgate as well, the most fun thing to do in Highgate is go to Highgate Cemetery, which is supposedly haunted, so fuck that, I'm never going there. And Karl Marx is buried there. Communism. So it's very, you know, just, yeah. And the way she says Tennessee, Stella McCartney, what the fuck does that mean? Like, a lot of the lyrics are just like, what are you talking about, love? But also, I find it interesting that she mentions Stella McCartney in the song, because it's promoting her clothing line with her. She's using a song about Joe to mention Stella McCartney, which promos the clothing line. She's talking about Scooter, talking about her beards, and that. So to me, that shows it is not a very, what's the word? Genuine song? Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, overall, lyrics cringe. Banger, but cringe. Banger, but cringe. Can you imagine this live in London? Hopefully I won't need to imagine it. We're gonna have a fun time. But yeah, whenever I listen to it, I just laugh at it because I think it's so obvious. Like, yeah. And there's articles about it, like people like taking the piss out of it. She must have known that was going to happen. There's so many articles. It's been trending on Twitter. I think she's done that on purpose, and I think it's fairly obvious that that's what it's meant to be. Soon you'll get better. Don't. Sad. I love it though. Like, it's so beautiful. And like, Taylor releasing this got us good luck today, because my mum has cancer, right? But it's one that like, she can live. Do you know what I mean? She's not gonna die. But the hospital have been ignoring her letters for months and months, And then yesterday, they finally got her letter and she's going to get an appointment in 2 weeks to finally, because she's being sick every day and she's been like it for months and nothing's happening. And then we get the letter the day that's released. Thank you, Taylor. No, but very happy. False god. Hello. Essentially, sexual experience. But also Kayla, in my opinion, and everyone with a brain's opinion. Once again, the religious imagery, which was used on Don't Blame Me, and other songs. Religious imagery belongs to the gays, okay? Facts. The altar is my hips. Eat it. Just remember from Paper Rings references, Last Kiss. Yeah. Okay, so False God, let's talk about acting like I'm not your favourite city. No, I'm not your favourite town, I'm New York City. Several interviews where it's been like, New York or London? And Joe has said London. Who city? New York. Who? Carly. Yes. Carly and Taylor. Yes. I think what song is it where she's at West Village? It is this one, right? But Carly has a house, apartment in the West Village, and it's just talking about relationships being hard, but like you still gonna get it. Afterglow banger. So this is clearly about like an argument or whatever. But Kissgate vibes. Feeling sorry for how she acted, perhaps towards Carly, or just like in general how she acted towards Carly about the bearding situation, and then just in general like not wanting to come out. It's nice to have a friend, right? Loads of people don't like the song, right? But I'm like, tune. It's like weird. It's like dark, but like banger. I actually love it. Like I think it's so cool. Lyrics are really strange, talking about like high school again. It's like a lot of this album's talking about like friends to lovers situation, and obviously Carly and Taylor were best friends, and then to lovers. So I think, you know, that's quite. But I think part of it's got to be, it's obviously a metaphor for some shit because she's talking about being in high school. But I think it could be commenting on the fact that the media, Taylor was doing all this stuff with Carly and people were still just being like, oh, you're best friends. Do you know what I mean? Just like, oh, it's nice to have, like, do you know what I mean? I think it's like gal pal. But also there's a lot of people have made comparisons to the film Carol to this, which I think is interesting. Yeah, but very weird song. I think it's quite hard to, a lot of people can't work out what it's about, and no, it's quite strange. But yeah, it's reflective again, talking about high school and stuff. About, you know, a lot of the album, it's quite strange. Daylight. Daylight is a song where it's like, I am in love. Like, I've found what I've been looking for. Like, she talks about everything she's been through. This person, you know, got her through it, been there with her. It's a very optimistic song. There's like this future, like steps. I've done it. I've found the person. Do you know what I mean? Been living in a 20-year dark night. Like, she's finally found the person that she's gonna come out for. You know, a lot of people like this is the coming out song for them. Like, we just gotta wait now. People like, it's just, she's in love. She found the one. You know. She once again refers to old albums in this one. She references red. She once thought love would be burning red, but it's actually golden, like daylight. So yes, it's all about finding the one, really. Like, she's done it, completed it, mate. People also think it's going to be the coming, like, from now on, the coming out's coming, because it starts with a speech at the end. So it's like coming out speech. You are what you love. Do you know what I mean? She's a woman. Also, this parallel is interesting. Oh, VMAs Monday. Carly's going to be there. Taylor's going to be there. Taylor's opening. I'm not getting my hopes up, because if nothing happens, I never said this. So long story short, she's in love. Album is about the hardships of bearding and just wanting to be with your gal. Political elements, retrospect, metaphors. Taylor Swift is gay. Falling in love with your best friends. The playlist she had on Apple Music link up with this album a lot. A lot of the songs about falling in love with your best friends. You had your gay songs on there, talking about religion as well, religious elements. And in the most recent playlist she did as well, the Love Taylor one, once again, lots of like gay artists. Clairo on there, hello, Alewife, tune, banger, listen to Immunity if you haven't already. Also, Carly had recently removed, or maybe even privated, I don't know, 2 playlists on her Spotify, which she conveniently drew attention to recently. Drew attention to by listening to Lover on repeat for like 20 minutes recently, and then deletes the playlists, JK's favourites, and her wedding playlist. What does that mean? A few things. Halsey tweeted that she was the Heartbreak Prince, and Taylor tweeted her, was like, yeah. So obviously that song's mainly about the political climate, but she's saying that the Heartbreak Prince doesn't have to be a man. Love that. And then she replied to a post on Tumblr. Someone was like, well, what was the Selena badge about then? And then Taylor replied, was like, I just love her, but she said lover, but put in brackets the H. For months, people had been talking about lover being love her for months, and then she uses it. I'm not being funny, she's supposedly on Tumblr all the time, if it is her half the time. She follows Kayla blogs. She knows what she's doing. Right, and then to talk about these. I haven't got through all of them yet. But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of them are pretty surface level stuff. She doesn't really talk about 2016 too much. There's like one page about it, and then so she doesn't really talk about from like 2016 to 2017. There's like nothing there. Apparently I haven't got there yet, but that's what a lot of people that had them were saying. And she says in the Guardian interview that she wants to keep a lot of things from that private, and stuff about relationships private. So there's not a lot about relationships and stuff in there. Yeah, so the only thing here from 2016 is This Summer is the Apocalypse. But it's also interesting that there's nothing from like those years, because that's when Carly and Taylor were mostly together. I think there's like one bit that is about Joe, but even then she doesn't mention his name. And a lot of people think that it's very performative, so like she could have just added that in, because I think a lot of it is like authentic, because it's from old stuff, but that is the only thing where the whole time she hasn't really spoken about relationships, and then she talks about that there. It's a little bit convenient. And absolutely, if she is straight, then she could be talking about him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's just interesting that she doesn't talk about like any of her other relationships or even friendships, really. It's quite interesting. And you got to remember, if you think, oh, she wouldn't lie to us, like, why would she do that? First and foremost, she's selling an album. Do you know what I mean? She loves her fans, obviously. Like, she showed that time and time again. She's like one of the most like involved with her fans. But first and foremost, she is selling an album. She is a businesswoman. So she's going to put in there what fits towards the narrative of this album, or what she wants the narrative of this album to be, or what she thinks is going to sell the most. That's what she's doing. She's got 4 deluxe things for a reason. She could have put this all in one, but she hasn't. She wants to sell albums. And that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, you got to remember that. So, whatever she says, she's in promo mode. You know, my hair is fucking disgusting today. What is that? That's really stressed me out. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, just remember that. Take that. And you may think, oh, well, you saying that, you could be bending everything you hear for that to think whatever you want to think. Absolutely. But I don't think so with the evidence. Whatever. I feel weird saying evidence, do you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? Like the social historical context. I also think the fact that she says that the album is a love letter to love its... That's going to be really annoying. Love letter to love itself could also say that a lot of the album could be fictionalized, or... What's the word? I can't have words whenever I put the camera on. Let me turn the camera on. So, dramatized. Certain elements of the album, perhaps. And there's a really good post, whether you believe or like Tay-Tay's beard or whatever. A lot of people go on there and submit like their opinions and things, and you get good stuff out of it sometimes. There's a really good post on there talking about how the album's talking about two different relationships, and I'm going to link that down below. Read that, because I found that very interesting. But yeah, this is very surface level stuff that I've spoken about. There's obviously going to be loads and loads and loads of deep analysis to come, because it's only just come out. So I'll probably do an update video in the future talking about deeper analysis for like what different people have said, and like general updates on what I think about the album, because I think that needs to happen, because you're going to get your first opinion on it, and then you're going to have more once you've listened to it more and when more stuff comes out, because this is early days. So yeah, that's what I'm getting from it. Don't think it's straight at all. And I've just got to look forward to the future now. Safe at all. Enjoy the album. Read the rest of these. Once I read it more, I'll do like a proper... We'll go through it. There's a funny bit when she's talking about how well life is going, and then she says, "I haven't kissed a boy in 2000. All right, kissed a boy in 209 days. Why is that good? How do you know what I mean? I haven't kissed a boy ever. Well, I have, but not like properly, and that's great." Overall, fantastic. Why am I holding version 2? I feel like that's annoying. Version 1. Really enjoyed the album, love it. I don't know what my favourite is yet, because it's so, like, it's very similar, similar to Reputation in 1989, but I think it's so different that I just don't know, because each song sounds, like, some of them sound similar, but they sound different, like, it's a very weird album, if you know what I mean, like, it's weird. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean, but yeah. Love it. Don't know where it stands on ranking of albums yet. The fly's back. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Give me your opinions.